This more budget-minded lens from Nikon is a must-own for anyone with a full-frame Nikon. For crop sensor owners, maybe the 35mm f1.8 full frame is better than the 50mm ff. I look back on the many years I shot with a 50mm on a crop sensor camera. Many years ago, when full-frame cameras started at $3,000 and I didn't make money doing this, a full-frame camera just wasn't an option. My crop sensor camera had a 50mm attached most of the time. Looking back, it was a little like looking at the world through a straw. With what amounted to a 75mm lens in FF terms, I missed a lot of shots. Moving on, a 50mm is so much more useful on a FF camera. This lens is only slightly soft, maybe a little ghost wire if you shoot wide open in certain conditions. I work in the Napa Valley and shoot lots of events. I shoot with two bodies and a 28mm on one body at all times, the other will sport this 50mm most of the time. I shoot at f2 about 90% of the time. I will only stop down a bit if 3 or 4 people want a quick group shot. At f2 I never see any softness or other issues as long as the camera nails the focus. Distortion is almost non-existent. There is some vignetting at large apertures, but it's not that strong. I rarely correct for it in Lightroom. The focus is quick, and even in low light it rarely causes the camera to hunt. The out of focus areas are pleasing in most cases, but this lens isn't known for having bokeh that will make you drool. My only issue here is that if you shoot nearly wide open up close like a candle, wine bottle or such, the way the lens renders in focus to out of focus areas is very abrupt, and in some cases you can see a hard line where it happens. I've had to dump all my close-up shots when I first started using this lens. Now I am more aware of it and I will use another lens or move back just a touch. This lens is very good at dealing with flare and with strong light or sunlight. There are other cons that don't affect performance today, but they are little things that bother me. It bugs me that for years Nikon has moved away from optics made in Japan and moved toward China. Also, there are no high-end metal body made in Japan lenses anymore. How will this lens perform in 10 or 15 years? Nobody knows. 20 to 30-year-old made in Japan Nikon lenses are still working today. I am not sure things will be the same for these plastic Chinese-made lenses. For a low-cost lens maybe 10 years is enough, but some of these plastic Chinese-made Nikon lenses are over $2,000. Something to think about. Another odd thing about this lens, the first time you pick it up you'd swear some glass was missing. It feels hollow and just too light. Sure, it's nice for long shooting days, but it does make it feel cheap. I've owned this lens for about 18 months, purchased at Best Buy for $229. For that amount of money, it's a fantastic deal. How does it compare to the current 50mm f1.4? I rented the 1.4 and bottom line for me, the 1.4 isn't an upgrade. If anything, it's a step down. The autofocus is more accurate with the f1.8. Also, the optics and coatings seem better on the 1.8. The 1.4 just doesn't seem as good with flare and ghosting wide open or nearly so. I will look at the 50mm 1.4 only if Nikon updates it. I wouldn't even get the 1.4 if it were cheaper. I just don't trust it the way I trust the 1.8. I am attaching one photo taken with this lens. It's my sister with my 3 nephews on a sunset walk, Calistoga, California, December 2015. I highly recommend this lens to any photographer of any capability out there. Great price for a great photo payout. I was looking for a lens that I could lower my aperture on f1.8, and this was just the tool. Click link in description for more reviews.